Welcome to the Bridge interface. So this is Adobe Bridge. It's the capital B, little r, kind of a maroony brown color icon. It's basically, well, it's got a whole bunch of cool features. Its first and foremost option is to be a file explorer, so like a Windows Explorer or a Mac OS Finder. So you can go around and look for photos. So you'll notice there are little tabbies here. The cool part about these tabbies, you can drag them and drop them anywhere you want. So if I want to have my folders and then I look at these pictures, you'll notice I've got metadata I can change from different locations. I can rearrange this to anything I want. When I click on a photo, all of the metadata here is shown. And again, I can minimize those, open them up as much as I want. You can sort by keywords, exposure times, collections. You can make up collections of images, different tools to export with. So if I want to export to Facebook, Flickr, Photoshop.com, to another hard drive, I've got some export options. Keywords, I can sort by keywords if I add them to images. I can set up some favorites on where I keep my files. I normally just work in folders because I've got my own filing system outside of Bridge that I like to use. If I click on any one of these images, again, the metadata changes. I can slide this over. I can change the thumbnail size. And then if I click on preview, I can see the different images. Now these are all fairly small images. If I go to something a little bit bigger, something like that. If I click on the image, I get a loopy. If you give it a second, it normally will snap into focus. These are fairly low res images, so they're not snapping into focus, but that's okay. If I go to, say, fall colors, and I'll pick an image over here. Let's pick on this water here. You see the little water droplet. If I want to see how tight the focus is, I can use my loopy just by clicking. And it's not bad. It's a little soft, but altogether not too bad. I just click on it again and it goes away. So Bridge, there's your first intro to Bridge. It's pretty much for organizing, keeping track of where your photos are, doing some previewing. You can sort. You can click on the different setups up here and you'll get different layouts. Just like Photoshop, there's different presets. So Essentials, Film Strip, I can go Metadata. Okay, if I'm more interested in keeping track of all the metadata, which is all the information that's attached or sidecard to an image. The output is kind of cool. I'm just going to backtrack to Essentials here because I prefer working in that, and I'm going to go to Shoreline. I'm going to choose these 6 images, and I'm going to go to Output. And you'll notice I have some options for output. Light table, folders, things like that. I'm going to click on output though. See what happens. Come on, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. So output, I can either output as a PDF or as a web gallery. These are completely automated. They'll do all the work for you. So if I'm going to do a PDF, I can choose how many rows and columns, the fonts I want, everything else. So if I say create a PDF, let's have a look. So I just hit refresh. It's going to do all the work for me, puts it together, and I should see what my PDF looks like. There it is. So it's a little contact sheet of those 6 images. And again, I have these columns set up for 3x4. I only have 6 images. I could change that to 3x2 and they would fill the page. If I go to web gallery, I can choose different types of galleries: film strip, journal, postcard, HTML, whatever I want to make. Let's try, I like the postcard one, it's kind of funky. Okay, so I'm out there. I'm going to preview in browser. So it's going to create that website. It opens up Safari, and there it is. I can click on those and back they go. So there's an airtight postcard viewer website made. It's funky, it's cool looking. It took absolutely no time or energy on my part. Pretty cool. Once I've got it previewed and it's the way I like, I just hit save, and it saves it to a desktop or a location that I choose, or I could upload it if I know I want to FTP it somewhere else. So that's an output command. You can also find that output, let's switch back to Essentials here, over here, output to web or PDF. Got a couple other options: open in camera raw, we're going to get into in a second, refine, get photos from camera if you want to import them directly from your camera, return to Adobe Photoshop, and reveal. As soon as you mouse over them, you get to see what most of these are. So there's your first intro to Bridge. So I'll let those I'll end this video here, and then I'll come back and we're going to spend most of our time, I'll go through these quickly as well, most of our time in this area. There's a couple of really neat features under the Photoshop tools area. So that'll be video number 2.